Hey guys, I'm Jessica, and today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial. Now, for the sake of this video, I've already done my left eye, and I'm going to be creating my version of a classic smoky eye liquid foundation. I use Maybelline New York Fit Me, and my number is 110. It's really important to find foundation that matches your skin tone. I also don't use concealer, I just use my liquid foundation. So for the dark circles under my eyes, I just dab on a little extra foundation and smooth it out. Fit Me, I don't know what it's called, it's I don't know if it's translucent powder or what it is. It's not actually really a powder, it's just to set the liquid foundation so that it stays in place longer. And again, just a nice thin layer so that it stays in place but doesn't look like it's really caked on. The base coat on my eyelid, I'm going to be using Hard Candy, it's cream glitter eyeshadow. I got this for Halloween once. So I'm just going to use my finger, my index finger, and I'm going to get a little bit, not too much, because I don't want too much, I don't want glitter going everywhere, just a little bit on my finger. And I'm going to start like from the middle of my eye and just kind of like go towards the inner corner of my eye. CoverGirl Smokey Shadow Blast in the gray. I'm going to be using step 1. I don't particularly like using step 2 for what I'm about to do. I have other eyeshadow to use. So it's like this. Comes in a little tube. I don't know if you can see the contrast between the glitter and the smoky shadow, but it'll all work out. Use an angled shader brush, and for the crease of my eye, I'm going to use Almay Smoky Eye Kit Intense Eye Color, Smoky Eye for green eyes. And I'm going to use the darkest shade, which is for the eyelid, but I'm going to use it for the creases. I'm just getting a little bit on the angled brush. And it's okay if it's messy at first because you're going to be mixing and blending the colors towards the end, so really no big deal if the colors are a little bit messy. Okay, like I said, messy, but we'll fix that. My blending brush, and I'm going to use the middle color for the crease, or it's meant for the crease of your eye depending on how you're doing it. I'm going to get a little bit on my brush. And I am just going to go over the second half of my eye where I put the other eyeshadow. And I'm going to just take some of this Smokey Shadow Blast. Step 1, not step 2. And I'm just going to go over it again. And using my blending brush, I'm going to start in circular motion. I'm just going to start blending the colors together. You don't want harsh lines. And if you need to, just use more of the silvery gray color. And I'm also going to use a bit more of the almay, the grayish color. And again, just blending in the colors. Paying close attention to the outer corner of your eye and the crease. Okay, now I'm going to use the highlight shade to put under my brow bone, right under my eyebrow. I'm just using my finger for that. And you don't want it to get mixed in with the other colors. And also, if you don't want to go too heavy on the glitter, you can use a little bit of that highlight shade in the corner of your eye and underneath, just to catch the light and make your eyes really pop and sparkle. Okay, time for eyeliner. I use L'Oreal Paris Extra Intense Liquid Eye Pencil. And it also has a blending tool, a smudging tool, which is also really handy. In the outer corner, I work my way in using very small strokes so that it's easier, you have easier and better control. And your lines can get thicker as you go. It's really important though that as you go into your, closer to your tear duct, the further along you go, it's really important to keep the lines as thin as possible and having it thicker on the outer portion of your eye, the outer corner. And I'm just going to use a smudging tool, and so that the line isn't so harsh. And I'm also just going to use the leftover eyeliner that's left over on the smudging tool to line my lower lashes. My blending brush, and I just like to quickly blend in the shadow with the eyeliner. I use two different mascaras, and for this I'm going to use CoverGirl Lash Blast Fusion. I also like to use Hard Candy Flat to Fab. Now, for blush, I use CoverGirl, because I have fair skin, and I do use a very light foundation. I like to have a little bit of pink in my cheeks. I do not use bronzer, and I'm just applying this to the apples of my cheeks and a little bit into my jawline. And usually I would use a big powder brush for this. However, I am just using the brush that came with the blush. And last, definitely not least, is lip gloss. I use Rimmel London Vinyl Gloss, and this shade, it's a nude. It's got a little bit of pink tinge to it, but it's called Love Bug. That's my favorite. But also, before I do that, I do like to apply chapstick, just so that my lips are already moisturized through this whole process, so that my lips don't dry out when I go to put the lip gloss on. And I'll just use a little bit. Like so.